All right. In the last video, we have seen data tables in Cucumber. Okay. So in this video, we are going to see what is meant by scenario outline and examples concept. Okay. Let's say I have a scenario, which is login, you can say. Okay. So if you run this, what will happen? So the corresponding steps will be executed only one time. So let's run it and see. You can see the user is on the login page, user enters what credentials and blah, blah, blah. Okay. So now what credentials, let's say username is, let's say Bashir, and password is @1234. So we have to implement the step definition, right? Because it is taking the parameter. Let's try running it. Okay, it will say that, okay, this is missing. That's okay. Copy this and go to your spec file and go to the end. I just add this. Okay, so this is going to be username, right? Username, and then this is going to be password. Okay, so simply say console log, that should be fine. Log username is dollar username and password is dollar and then password. Okay, now if you run it, any error, there should not be. Maybe slowness. Let's try running it. Okay, there is additional. Now it is gone. Control C. Yes. CLS. Try running it. So now what will happen? Your scenario, whatever the login feature is there, that will be executed only one time, right? Okay. Okay, you could see username is Bashir and the password is whatever we have passed. Now the requirement is I want to execute this test case multiple times. Okay, I want to execute this. So how can we execute? I cannot change this manually, right? Or I cannot copy paste this more time. For example, login with one user, login one, and then login two, and here let's say John, and then John 1234 password, right? You cannot do like this. It doesn't make any sense also. Okay. So how can we parameterize our scenarios? Okay. So that can be possible through something called scenario outline. Okay. Scenario outline. The scenario outline, what you can do with the examples keyword. Okay. With the examples keyword, examples, examples, let's say header. Okay. Let's say I will give username. Okay. Username. And the second header is going to be password. Let's say we need some welcome message also. Let's say, okay, let's say welcome message or message. Okay, so now what is your first value? Which data set you want to run? Let's say I want to run with this user ID and then with this value, and the welcome message should be something like, okay, welcome Bashir. This is my message. Okay, similarly, I want to execute one more time. Let's say John. Sorry, JOHN John and JOHN John 1234. Okay. So now let's say welcome John is the message. Okay. Right click and then format. Is everything is good? No refactoring is available. Let's remove this for time being. Right click and then format. Okay. So now what else? We have to change this one, right? So it should be username, and this should be password, right? Password. It should be one or two. I'm not sure. Let's try with one and see. CLS and try running it. What credentials John is taking, which is fine. John 1, 2, 3, 4. Load. 1 second. Let's see what is the issue. Go to the end. String, user ID, password. Okay. And the issue is we should surround this particular thing using single quote. Okay. So now CLS and try running it. Now this scenario will be executed 2 times because we have given the data 2. Okay, let's see. You could see the user is on the login page. You see here, username is Bashir and password is this one, and scenario is executed. Same thing again, the scenario is repeated. You can see the name is John and password is this. Okay, you can give any name. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you want to execute one more time. That should be fine. Let's say Paul 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, you want to execute multiple times. Okay, let's see what will happen. Now this should be executed how many times? 3 times. You could see it is executed 3 times. 1, 2, and then 3. Okay. So how many parameters you can add? In this, you can add any number of, for example, let's say message is also there. Okay. Message. Okay. Let's say message is welcome. Welcome, John. Welcome, Bash. Similarly, this is welcome, John. Okay. Similarly, let's say welcome, Paul. Okay. Now the welcome, see the welcome message eyes and the double quotes. This is a message. Okay. Right click, format. Okay. So definitely this step definition will not be there. So it will give you the error. That's okay. Let's run it and then we can add the message over there. That means what did you understand? You can define any number of headers and you can apply in the scenario. Okay. You can see it is missing. That's okay. Just copy it. Just go to your login spec and paste it over here. Okay. The message is log. Welcome message is welcome message is dollar. We'll call it as a message. Okay. We change the here. You run this one. Now what will happen? It will execute all the scenarios 3 times. All the scenarios 3 times. You can have any number of examples. You can see it is executed 3 times. Welcome Paul, welcome John, welcome Bash, like that. Okay. Like this scenario outline and the examples are very helpful when you want to parameterize your test. You want to execute same scenario multiple times and with different set of data. You can go ahead with the scenario outline. Very, very helpful. We will be majority of the times we will be applying scenario outline with the examples concept in real time. Okay. Uh, in this session, yeah, only one thing we learn, which is we have to surround it with the scenario outline. Okay. If you say scenario only, let's see if it is working or not. CLS and try running it. Okay, it's still executing. I believe it never used to execute earlier. I'm not sure, but yeah, if you surround it with the outline, that will be readability. It will be more okay, so that one would understand that okay, you want to execute your scenario multiple times with the examples. Okay, so you can map anywhere. You can have any number of headers here, and you can map according to any of the step, and you can execute it. Okay, so I hope it is clear. You execute the same. And one more thing, the final thing Let's say when you generated the reports, okay, so you want to see as a separate scenario. Okay, what you could do, you can add here something like iteration. Okay, iteration. You will feel this difference when you have HTML report, but I will show you at a high level here. Anyway, in the next session, we are going to see how to generate the reports. Okay, so this is iteration 1, iteration 2, iteration 3. Okay, format. You can apply login instead of login 1, you can say iteration also. This is also possible. Okay, so let's try running it. There should not be any issues. What will happen in your report? There will be 3 entries with the 3 scenarios, as a 3 scenarios. Okay, so this is a trick you can apply. You could see no issues, all the test case got executed. Okay, you try this when you have your HTML report and see what is the difference it is making. Okay, I hope you will try it and let me know if you face any issues. Okay, so thanks for watching. See you in the next lecture.